Don't go listening to Elon and Trump. Let's talk about some movies and nerdy shit, huh, guys? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Monday, end of Monday. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like, thumbs up. Lights are not working right now. I just realized. Hold on a sec. Why are the lights not working? Alright, we're good now. Hold on a sec. Technical difficulties. We're alright here. Just listen to the music, to the beautiful music. There we go. We're good now. Alright. What's happening, everybody? Sorry if my voice is a little, my voice is probably sounds a little deeper. Sounds like I'm losing it a little bit. Don't mind it. There's obviously a reason for it, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know exactly why. Alright, how we doing out there? Alright, let's see here. We got Mr. Fear Jason, good to see you, buddy. We got Phil right here, he just watched Iron Man. The first Iron Man last night, couldn't help but chuckle at the Mark I mask, looking a lot like Dr. Doom mask. It actually does, didn't even think about that. And yeah, hope you had a great Monday. I'll tell you why, like, my Monday was a little rough. Was a little rough, I will say. It was a little rough, so. But I'll let you guys know exactly why that's in a bit. Taladia Plays, what's happening? I do think we may get something in regards to DC Studios. I think Creature Commandos makes sense to be at NYCC. I don't know. It seems like there should be more. There should be more. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. We got Mr. Nobody right here. Happy Monday. Saw Deadpool Wolverine yesterday, and it was awesome, but gotta be honest, some parts felt a little forced for the sake of the plot. Still had lots of fun. There you go. Ahoy, ahoy, Mr. Jason McKenzie. Good to see you, sir. Good to see ya. We got Jose right here. What's up, buddy? And we got RJ. Ayo, ayo, what's happening? We got JD McRae. What's going on? We survived another earthquake. That was, an interesting earthquake. Wasn't like a huge jolt, but, man, it was like, but it lasted way too long. Way too long. What's going on there, Cortez? No, I forgot to turn on my lights, and then, yeah, I was like, oh, wait, the lights aren't on. Hello. It happens. It happens. What's going on, Jacob? Was watching Watchmen earlier. Still one of the best comic book movies ever made. Yep, it's pretty damn good. What's going on, Mr. Bauga? What's happening? It'd be a fun turn of events for Marvel to win SDCC and DC Studios to rule NYCC. Oh, yeah. And where the hell is that? Yeah, I know. Where's that official trailer? Damn it. Yeah, it's part of the things that I wanted to talk about. What's going on, Mr. Trevino? Good to see you. Good to see you. Anyways, yeah. But D23 overall was a hell of an event. DC really put on a show for movies, TV, gaming, and the parks. The parks and gaming, in particular, stole the show this year. Really? But The Incredibles 3 is hype, though. Really, the parks and stuff? I didn't really even, pay attention too much to that, so. But hey, I'll give my, thoughts on things. What's going on, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and everything. But yeah, a little bit of a rough Monday because, well, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I went to the Foo Fighters concert last night over in LA. You guys know how much I love to drive out to LA, but you know, me and a buddy of mine, my buddy Chris, we drove out to LA and saw the Foo Fighters. The Pretenders opened for the Foo Fighters, which was pretty cool. Got out there, so yeah, if you hear my voice is not as, doesn't sound normal. Sounds a little Batman-esque voice because I was screaming my balls off for 3 hours last night, of course. Obviously, you guys know I'm a diehard Foo Fighters fan, so yeah. So basically, just yelling and screaming and just, yeah, it was all great. It was all freaking awesome, so. And, yeah, didn't get home. I actually crashed at my buddy's house for about 4 hours. And then I came home to start work, And then I just was like, all right, I'll power through. I'll get through work. But I just was like, I wasn't feeling it. But luckily, what's cool about my job is, I work with cool people. I was like, hey, is it okay if I skip out early for like a half a day for the second half of the day? My boss was cool with it. My project manager was cool with it. So I only worked a half a day. And then I tried to take a nap. So first when I tried to take a nap, I got a phone call. That's nice. When you're trying to take a nap, you get a phone call. Wakes you up. And then I tried to take a nap again, try to go back to sleep, and the freaking ground shakes. That's right. We had an earthquake here in Southern California. And it wasn't like a huge earthquake. It was a 4.6 in LA. And where I'm at, I was in like, I got a little bit of it. But yeah, all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm on my couch, sleeping, I'm like sideways. And all of a sudden just my whole apartment starts going. And I'm like, and I'm trying to keep my eyes closed. I'm like, is an earthquake happening right now? And then it just kept going. And it just kept going. Like it lasted for a little bit. Usually you get a little earthquake, it lasts for 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I think this lasted for a good 20 to 30 seconds, man. It was a little crazy. So yeah, so a little earthquake, a little that, but anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I had a really good weekend. Saw the Foo Fighters, like I said, last night. Celebrated my dad's birthday on Saturday. Hung out with him at his place. So can't complain. So anyways, so hopefully you guys had a good weekend yourselves. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let's dive right into it. I know, yeah, we got Elon and Trump. They're talking in spaces right now. So a lot of people are listening to that, but that's what we're doing. Yep, talking to Elon, and doing most of the talking. Anyways, that hurts. That hurts my voice to try to do Trump right now. Shouldn't do that. But yeah, my throat kind of hurts. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead and start off right here because this again when it comes to Hugh Jackman. Okay, I love Hugh Jackman. Loved him. I love him as Wolverine. Ultimate. He is when it comes to casting in a character, I mean, he owns the character of Wolverine. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, poor guy that has to take up the claws after he leaves, even though, he does claim he's going to be doing this until 90, but, I love Hugh Jackman, but it's like, come on, dude, come on. You're not fooling anybody anymore, because I think the last time we heard about his workout regime and specifically his diet when it came to getting into Wolverine shape, I think it was Days of Future Past. That was when he was like at his most his most ripped. Because when it came to Logan, I think they made it a point where they didn't want to have him as big as he normally is because, he's essentially old man Logan. So it's like, yeah, he's still in shape, but he's not going to be in the shape that he was like in Days of Future Past or the Wolverine or, prior X-Men movies where he was like really huge. And yeah, the last time he talked about it, he basically said like, oh yeah, I was eating 6,000 calories a day. And again, when it came to getting in shape for Deadpool and Wolverine, he said that same thing on Jimmy Fallon. Hugh Jackman says he had to eat 6,000 calories a day in preparation for Wolverine and Deadpool Wolverine. It's worth it. Is it really? Did you really eat 6,000? I don't know. When you look at them like that, you most likely get into a calorie deficit. You don't eat more calories to look that ripped. You eat less calories. That's the thing. When you really want to get shredded, you want to be in a calorie deficit. Just ask anybody else who's trying to get in shape, like in this kind of shape, for a movie role. You don't eat 6,000. That's almost impossible to do. That's insane to do. Unless you're really working out like a fucking athlete. Like you're CrossFit, you're working out like 10 hours a day. Yeah, then you have to eat 6,000 calories. But it's like, dude, come on. You're not eating 6,000 calories look like that. Did he have a little help? Yes. TRT? Absolutely. Yes, which is a form of a steroid. And a lot of people are going like, yeah, kind of commenting and being like, yeah, it's about time like these actors start admitting that they're taking things to look like that, especially since he's 55 years old. Yeah. It's like, and I've watched some videos. The last time that he claimed he was eating 6,000 calories a day, I've watched videos of, people in the nutritional fitness community go, bullshit. He's not eating 6,000 calories a day. There's no way. There's no way. Come on, Hugh. Come on. We know what you're doing. Or some kind of something, I'm just saying, yeah, it's just funny. Like 6,000 calories. I mean, with all the information that we know now about getting shredded, it's like, yes, eating that many calories, that's going to make you that's going to puff you up. That's not going to make you shredded. No way. Anyways, just had to go off a little bit about that. Just a little bit. Because it was just like, really, you're going to do the 6,000 calorie thing again? It's like, stop it. Just stop it. Just stop. Let's see. Speaking of, we got two bubs in a room with, of course, Dogpool right here. So we have this poster right here, which is by Harpo Activo. Fandango. Two bubs in a room right here. So we got Deadpool and Wolverine. And a lot of little Easter eggs right here. We got some posters on the wall. We got things lying around everywhere. A lot of Deadpool things, Wolverine things. And of course, Dogpool right between them. So that was kind of cool to see that. It's good art right there. That's good art right there. And then look at this, guys. We got the Batman Forever Batmobile. Woo! Glow in the Dark edition. And it glows green, which is odd because the Batmobile in Batman Forever does not glow green, but I get why they did it because obviously it's the Riddler. But I still love this Batmobile. Yeah, I get it. It's not the best looking Batmobile, but I still love it. I don't care. I don't care. I love the Batmobile. I love that Batmobile. Because I love Batman Forever. And speaking of Batman, I mean, you guys know who I've been kind of pushing for when it comes to the new Batman, because I didn't even know who this guy was. Obviously, he was in a movie that came out this past weekend, who played the love interest for Blake Lively, Mr. Brandon Sklenar, if I'm saying his name right. But we have new art right here, and I love, you guys know I'm a sucker for art right here. We got John Reagan right here that posted this art for Brave and the Bold, and not going to lie, kind of dig it. So here we go right here. We got the blue, we got the navy blue and the gray and the black bat right there, and it's a fat bat, or not a fat bat, it's a big bat. But we also got the trunks, and we got some interesting texture to the costume. And then, of course, some added, maybe some of this right here might not be needed. I get that there's like a little bit of knee paddage and maybe something right here, maybe even something on the elbows. But I thought this was kind of cool art right here. So, that's just me. But I definitely think when it comes to Batman Brave and the Bold, they're going to go with blue. They have to. We've ignored the blue for too long. I mean, there's been variations where it's been close to being blue, whatever. But I think they're going to go with the blue. I just wonder if they're going to go with the chonies. I mean, I guess if they brought back the Superman chonies, they're probably going to go with these chonies, right? I don't know. Let's see. What else we have here? There are people right now that are watching Alien Romulus, too. Lucky bastards. I'm going to see it on Thursday with Pop's Film Junkee. That's right. Because, my dad, Papa Film Junkee, he's the one that showed me all the Alien movies when I was, a kid, which, you probably shouldn't do because I probably had some nightmares. But hey, it made me the man who I am today. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching that with him because he's retired now. So he needs to get out of the house. Anyways, we also got arts right here. Some more Wolverine arts. They've been releasing like all these concept art. When it comes to this suit right here, what do they call this? This is the somebody tell me like what suit this is inspired by. I'm not, like I said, when it comes to the X-Men lore, I don't even know exactly. I don't know exactly. Like I forgot what costume this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, what is it supposed to be? X-Canny or something like that. So yeah, this is pretty cool art though. I mean, I think everybody really raved about this costume right here. Everybody really raved about the costume. It's John Byrne. Okay, so it's a John Byrne costume right here. But what was it for specifically? Wasn't it like a specific X-Men story? Wasn't it like X-Canny or something like that? Or am I wrong? Or is that like that was one of the different variants? Anyways, it's a really good costume, especially with the Wolverine cowl on it. Kind of makes you wonder if they're actually going to. Oh, it's just the Hulk versus Wolverine. Okay, so that's what it wasn't. Okay, so X-Candy was something else. All right, that was the scene, of course. Yeah, where you saw the reflection in the claws and everything. Okay, I thought it was like a specific like costume, but it's good art right there. And okay, yeah, it kind of makes you wonder like what when he returns, because he definitely is returning. Is he going to be wearing that? So. And then speaking of Deadpool Wolverine, here's a group shot of the Deadpool Corps right here. Look at that. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I like it. So there's everybody right there. There's all the Deadpool extras, and we all know that's Blake Lively. That's one of their kids right there. And, yeah, you can see all the different Deadpools. I love it. That had to be fun to get all those Deadpool costumes. And then, yes, guys, what do we have here? Well, we know that Fantastic Four is filming right now, filming in London, the London studios, when it comes to Marvel Studios. And also what's also filming out there is apparently Mandalorian and Grogu. So if Mr. Pascal, if he has to like jump over and do like an appearance without the helmet, he could do so. But Pedro, he could just do Fantastic Four. But if he needs to like go over next door and do an appearance, other than that, they just have the his stand-in or his double. That I tell you, that guy probably has his strut down to a T. But apparently, we have our first image from the set, kind of the set of at least one of the characters, which is Vanessa Kirby, and here it is right here. Can't really see it. It's blurry. This is from Unbox PhD. She's apparently standing right there in a blue costume. Who knows? I mean, there's something right there. She's apparently holding a baby. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah. There's your kind of first image of one of the actors on set of Fantastic Four. Take it with what you will. It's really nothing. I always love it. It's like, technology. Isn't technology better now? It's like, but yet, anytime you want to like record a UFO or something like this, it's all blurry and pixely. But hey, we'll get more. I know there was like the launch pad. They were building the launch pad on there too. There's all kinds of stuff. Obviously, things that are happening on the Fantastic Four set. But we're going to be probably getting more anytime they shoot outside. I'm sure we're going to be. But it's most likely a very close set. This guy, who knows? This person probably had like a sniper lens kind of thing. Who knows? But let's see. Keep on going. And then, of course, we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about that, of course. Let's see. I don't normally think that I don't believe in soulmates. I'm not one of those people that go like, oh my God, soulmates, they actually exist. I'm not one of those people that think that, out of the billions of people that are around the world, to think that you have one person that is meant for you, and everybody likes to believe that. It's a nice idea. It's definitely a nice idea. The idea of a soulmate. We all wish that we can actually find that, if that actually is a thing. But to me, I don't think that's actually a thing. But when it comes to Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, sometimes I wonder if maybe they were, because she said this right here, and we're going to be talking about the box office. She says, I'm in both. So either way, I win the weekend. It's chess. But don't go see Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend. Fuck that movie. Yep, that sounds like something Ryan Reynolds would say, too. Vice versa. So I was just like, yeah, that was a good response that she had right here. As I said, fuck that movie. But it is true. She is in both movies. They both benefit. I think Ryan was like a producer or a writer. I don't know. He has something to do with her movie that came out this weekend, but I thought that was pretty funny. Pretty hilarious. All right, what else we got? A lot of stuff that happened over the weekend that we're going to be talking about. Oh, yeah, there's that. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and of course we have Alien Romulus. Romulus coming out this weekend, so Ridley Scott wanted to give his, to Fede Alvarez, he wanted to give his, basically his, saying, hey, good luck when it comes to this. And you got to love it, because this is perfect. I mean, if you know Ridley Scott, you would think like, yeah, this is exactly what he'd say. Dear Fede, good luck, good health, good hunting, don't fuck up, very best. Wishes. Ridley Scott. That sounds about right. That sounds exactly how Ridley Scott would send a message to somebody. So I'm sure I love that Mr. Alvarez posted that right there. It's like, yep, there we go. That sounds about right. And then, yes, guys, brings a tear to your eye right here, but 10 years. Been 10 years since we lost Robin Williams, man. I still remember. You could actually find a video on my channel that I posted when Robin Williams passed away, because it really hit hard because I grew up watching this guy. Very much an inspiration. Very much an inspiration when it came to Robin Williams. I made like a video and I got choked up. I got choked up when talking about it. I very much got choked up. So, yeah, I can't believe it's been 10 years. But yeah, Billy Crystal posted that image right there. His kids were posting things. So very sad to think about that. Like, I can't believe it's been a decade. Can't believe it's actually been a decade. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So, but yeah, definitely still miss him. Wish he was still alive. But man, did he give us so much just comedic gold. So much comedic gold. Crazy to think about that. It's been 10 years. But yeah, I definitely got choked up. Definitely got choked up when I recorded that video. Because, yeah, he was just very much, when it came to childhood and then people you, like, idolized, especially when you were, like, finding your sense of humor and everything, and you just looked at some of these guys, like, you know, it was like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams, you know, like those kind of guys, like, you know, I anytime, like, they had a movie come out, you know, I was all about it, and I've watched, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire, Hook, Jumanji, Flubber, I mean, just all those movies that came out in the 90s, and then, you know, Toys. People don't talk about Toys too much. That movie wasn't one of his biggest hits, but I thought Toys was actually really cool. Me and my brother used to watch that all the time. Great movie. And then, yes, okay, I saw this on my feed right here, and again, it was just like one of those things that, it was like, okay, X-Men Apocalypse, I wasn't a big fan of X-Men Apocalypse, but you know what I was a big fan of? The costumes at the end. And people were digging around and apparently finding some kind of like some footage or even images of those costumes at the end. And they were so freaking good. Look at that costume. I mean, ignore the shitty person that he's talking to, but hey, look at that Cyclops costume. I mean, that was like, okay, yeah, that's what we want right there, right? We want that. And then look at this right here. We got all the costumes. Yeah, and all their costumes behind the scenes. Look at that. These costumes are great. Look at that shot right there of the group. And then they completely ignored them for Dark Phoenix. They said, nope, we're not going to use those. We're going to use those, everybody's going to have a similar costume and they're going to be ugly as hell. And then that's it. Those costumes probably were the best. Out of all the X-Men movies, even though I don't really like X-Men Apocalypse, those costumes were the best. And they just showed up at the end. That's it. You never saw those costumes in action. Ridiculous. Hopefully, when it comes to the MCU X-Men, we could get some costumes like that. Hopefully. That'd be kind of nice. It's like ridiculous, man. But it's all right. Did you guys see Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise doing the Tom Cruise thing. He did his little, he was on a cable and he basically just dropped in. There's his picture his selfie that he took right there. I'm not going to show the footage because apparently they've been copyright. Obviously it's owned by NBC and the Olympics and stuff, so I'm not going to show any footage. There was footage that was floating around, but it got removed for copyright. So, but yeah, Tom Cruise is a nutcase, but we love it. And yeah, he basically just propelled down, or he just like on a cable and just went down and then grabbed the flag and then of course it's going to be in LA in 2028. So that's, yeah, definitely not going to want to go to LA during those couple of weeks that the Olympics are there. That's going to be absolute madness. Absolute madness. So, pretty cool. And then let's see what else we got. Yeah, so this was the ending of my night right here when it came to the Foo Fighters. They had a fireworks show when they played Everlong. This was great. Pretty sweet. See, that's why my voice is all squeaky right there. It was a freaking awesome show. I mean, they always put on an awesome show. I mean, if you're a Foo Fighters fan, see them live. It was weird though, I will say, and you guys know this, because obviously I'm a big, huge Foo Fighters fan. You know, it was weird. This is the first time I've seen them live without Taylor. Taylor, of course, passed away 2 years ago. Crazy, it's been that long. And you guys can actually see, if you go back, because it happened during the vodka stream, right when I started, it was announced that Taylor Hawkins passed away. And you see my live reaction. Like, I couldn't believe it. It was like it was about 12 or 15 minutes in to the vodka stream where I actually see that. So it was interesting to see them live without Taylor. And of course, they did a tribute to him. And of course, I got a little teary-eyed when they did a little tribute and played a song that Taylor's favorite Foo Fighters song. So, but yeah, still a great show. And their new drummer, Josh Freese, he's a fucking madman. So I mean, they got a good replacement. But yeah, still rocking. Yeah, you guys can go back to it was like April of 2022, I think it was, or April, I think it was. I don't know. But and then the rest, I had Ray on and I had Aaron on, Bailey, and we just kind of just started playing Foo Fighters, like Taylor Hawkins drum solos and stuff like that. And then I couldn't go on anymore. I was about to and I did. I broke down and cried after. I mean, that's the thing. He was my favorite drummer in my favorite band. So it was just and I've been following this band ever since the beginning. So it was just I was like, all right, I ended it early. You could see all that. But yeah, it was just like an hour-long vodka stream that was basically just tribute to him. And then I watched their doc, the doc that they released over a decade ago, and I watched that for the rest of the night. Anyways, now we got Daredevil Born Again, and obviously we saw, well, if anybody saw the leaked version of the trailer that came out when it came to Daredevil Born Again, because for some reason, Marvel Studios didn't want to release it to the public, because why? Why would they want to do that? Why would you want to release one of your most anticipated projects out to the public? I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting for, but apparently they didn't want to do it. But then we got Vincent D'Onofrio right here when he got interviewed. Obviously, they do the whole interview thing. He said something that, well, this sounds intriguing because we were all very much worried about this show. I mean, obviously, we were worried. There was a reason why we were worried, because obviously going to the MCU and Disney, we knew they were going to start watering it down. And apparently that was going to be the case, where they had to change it up and be like, you know what? We just got to bring everybody back and just do the Netflix show because this shit is not working. And now we have Vincent D'Onofrio saying something that is very intriguing. There's one thing in particular that my character does that I can't believe made it into the cut. Talking about the violence and his character going further. Where is it? Well, that didn't work. Okay. I meant to do the boing sound effect. For some reason, my Stream Deck's not really working. Anyways, yes, anybody else got a boner? Because I can't believe that either. So there's something that happens with Kingpin when it comes to a violent thing that he does that he couldn't believe made the cut. You definitely have my attention now. Definitely have my attention. Love to hear that. And did you guys see this? So everybody's talking about Longlegs, right? From Osgood Perkins, Longlegs, Nicolas Cage, and what's her name? Miss Monroe. And, I love that movie. I thought it was great. It's probably, one of my top 10 at least, top 5 maybe. I don't know. When it comes to movies that came out this year, totally dug Longlegs. I thought people were overdoing it though. I thought when people were saying it was like the scariest movie ever, I was like, no, it's not. I just thought it was cool because just I loved the vibe, and there's things I loved about it. But turns out Mr. Perkins, he already has a new movie that's going to be coming out in February called The Monkey. You guys see this? It's based on a Stephen King short. And produced by James Gunn. I mean, come on. You're selling it to me already right here. And it's got what's his name? Can't remember his name, but yeah. What? It's like, all right, cool. You have my attention. Jeez. The Monkey. So something about a toy monkey? Possessed? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But then, of course, we have this right here. Jennifer Garner keeps on giving, guys. She keeps on giving. She is totally having a lot of fun with the fact that she came back as Elektra and is just posting as much things as possible, which is great because, hey, I don't mind because it's Jennifer freaking Garner and she's aging like a fine wine, and her back as Elektra was awesome, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see a little bit more of her. Who knows? But she posted this video on her, I think, Instagram. I should probably mute that because it's copyrighted stuff, but look at, they're on the set right there. So she did a whole little video between scenes because obviously they got to set up stuff. So she was just having fun in between scenes. Ew, that looked gross. But yeah, just kind of going through everything, looking through the snacks, Cracker Jacks. That's probably some tea that's actually supposed to be whiskey. And then look at this. What? There was a Scarlet Witch statue? I didn't even notice that when I watched Deadpool Wolverine the first time. But there it is. Of course, she says it's Blake Lively. But yeah, look at that. Look into her bathroom. But yeah, looking awesome. And just showing everything. Ugh. Gross toothbrush. There you go. There you are, gorgeous. She's so pretty. But yeah, hopefully we see more of her. Maybe in Secret Wars, who knows? It'd be funny if Ben Affleck came back as Daredevil. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. And then, speaking of James Wan, apparently, I mean, I was wondering how long it was going to take before they were going to do this right here, but apparently, what the hell? I got to fix that. The boing. Oh, I think I did the wrong boing. I did it the wrong. Anyways, when it comes to James Wan, the horror filmmaker behind The Conjuring, of course, Aquaman and all that stuff, he's going to be doing the remake for Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's right. That's one of my dad's favorite horror movies from back in the day. And I was wondering how long it was going to take. Obviously, when they were trying to do the Dark Universe, remember when they were trying to do the Dark Universe that was started off with The Mummy with Tom Cruise? They teased that. They teased all the, the Universal monsters. You saw the Creature from the Black Lagoon. You saw one of his hands in a jar when they were doing all those Easter egg things. And, of course, that never came to be. But, yeah, hey, if anybody could do it, it's James Wan. It's James frickin' Wan for sure. Ooh, we got some concept art right here. This concept art is pretty insane because, what could have been, I guess you could say, because when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine, it could have just been absolutely insane, and I think maybe at one point it was going to be absolutely insane, but we got Rodney Fentabella right here that made this concept art that just shows, like, absolute pure madness that it actually could have been right here, which, does feature Elektra and also Ben Affleck's Daredevil right here. That's right. And also Nicolas Cage, his Ghost Rider, which it was revealed that they did try to contact him. And they have Dinosaur Pole, and they have all these other Deadpools right here, obviously. I think that's the zombie version, or is that the Colossus version? I don't know. But, yeah, there's some concept art right here that was released. And it's like, you got to love seeing that. But, yeah, it's kind of... because apparently like Ben Affleck wasn't really considered. I don't know. I mean, you have Elektra. Do you really need? Maybe in Secret Wars. Again, Secret Wars can be a whole other thing. And then, yes, guys, we heard about this, but finally it's official. The Ghostbusters animated series is officially moving forward at Netflix right here. And then I'm kind of wondering, because I didn't really read the article, because I remember hearing that they were going to be doing like a whole other, an animated feature, but is this, and I didn't open it till now, let's see. The show was first reported in development back in 2022. I remember that. Exact plot details are still under wraps, but sources say the 3D animated series will be tonally in line with the recent Ghostbusters films. So there you go. So essentially, it could be a continuation to the movies. And that's probably what's going to be happening. I mean, because, you know, Frozen Empire, sadly, didn't do that well at the box office. Maybe not as well as we hoped it would, us Ghostbusters fans. You know, it was weaker than Afterlife for sure. I mean, I enjoyed it, but, you know, I didn't enjoy it as much as Afterlife. I thought there could have been a little bit more, I don't know. There was like ideas in there that I really liked, and there's ideas that could really capitalize on. And I think like doing an animated series probably will benefit from expanding that Ghostbusters world that they expanded there, so... Oh, boy, guys. Let's see here. Do I have it up? Thought I did. There we go. Oh, boy, guys. Well. You know, man, when it comes to releasing of certain cuts of movies, past movies, that we would like to see the actual full-on director's cuts, or, you know, the full vision realized by the director. I mean, obviously, we all want David Ayer's Suicide Squad, the Ayer cut, but also we do want the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. And apparently, you know, when it came to Comic-Con, Collider right here, they asked Mr. Goldsman, who has talked a lot about the Schumacher cut. They asked him more about that, and this is what he actually had to say right here, and it's kind of disappointing.
Of Batman Forever?
Yes, there has.
Does it exist? Have you seen it?
Yes, it does. Yes, I have. Yeah, I mean, does it exist? So there's a preview called Preview 1, which Joel previewed, ergo the name. And it was most of the material that is available put back together. I mean, you know, there's not a lot out there that folks haven't seen, you know, that you couldn't cobble. I did talk to Warner's. This is one administration ago, and they found the cut. I sort of, my fantasy was to try to resurrect it as a sort of celebration of Joel after he died, and to sort of dedicate a cut to him, because it was darker, you know, it was very much a kind of, you know, Bruce was haunted by his past, he felt guilt. I mean, it's all the stuff you've read, none of it's mysterious. But, you know, it was sort of a more modern interpretation of the narrative, you know, and one not dissimilar to those that, you know, we've sort of caught up with now. I've seen it, it was put back together. There's some visual effects that need to be finished. There would be some music that would have to be... if not rescored, rewritten, then cloned and moved around. The whole... soup to nuts was about $1 million. They were on the verge of doing it, and then Warner's got sold again. And so it sort of went the way of all flesh into, now there's a whole other DC sort of, you know, it's new again. And you know, I will once, you know, the new DC world is moving forward, you know, bat my eyes at everybody again and see if once more we can resurrect.
Oh, they had to go and sell Warner Brothers. They were about to do it $1 million. No, Mr. Goldsman, it was probably going to cost more than $1 million. I'm just saying. When it comes to, you know, re-adding and doing some visual effects and all this stuff and then put it on a streaming service, something like that, it's going to cost a little bit more than that. I'm just saying, that's semantics, though. Semantics, I get it. You know, just say $1 million. Sounds better. Sounds better than like $2 million or $3 million, obviously. But it would probably cost a little bit more, at least when I was having conversations with certain people that are more in the know about it. But yeah, it just kind of sucks. It's like, oh. But then I thought, well, if Warner Brothers is going to have new owners, maybe, just maybe, they will slide over some money to do something, because let's face it, it seems like new owners are inevitable when it comes to Warner Brothers. Now, do I think DC Studios is going to stay as a thing? That's what I think it will, and they'll probably just move wherever it goes. Who knows? Because it seems like, why break that down when they finally have something like that? But at the same time, it's like, they just... We heard last week they fucking $10 billion, so they're pinching they're searching their car, in between the seats for some change. They're looking in the couch cushions. They're pushing all this stuff. But yeah, see, that sucks. We almost had it. But sadly, didn't happen. They couldn't put that money into it. But maybe when it comes to like an anniversary of Batman Forever, which of course next year is like the 30th anniversary, but I don't know if that's going to happen next year, but maybe for like the 35th anniversary, or even if we wait another 10 years, I don't know. Hopefully not another 10 years, but yeah. So that's what he had to say right there. That's what Mr. Goldsman had to say right there about the Schumacher cut. James Cameron. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing to us? James Cameron, why are you doing this? Terminator? He got asked about Terminator. And we all just kind of go, you know what? They don't need another anything. I mean, obviously we got the anime that's coming out when it comes to Terminator 0. That looks interesting. I'll check it out, because anything Terminator, I'll watch, because... that's something from my childhood. Terminator, love Terminator, but, let's face it, it's been a lot of misses. Terminator Rise of the Machines was a miss. Salvation was a near hit. It was like, oh, you're going in the right direction. But McG was not the right choice for director for that movie. But you're going in the right direction. And since that movie flopped, they went back to the whole, all right, let's do the whole back in time, savior thing. And it's been kind of frustrating. Genesis was frustrating. Dark Fate. Oh, you're bringing back Linda Hamilton. Oh, yeah. That didn't work either. Now we got Jimmy Cams saying this. Hollywood Reporter reported this right here. James Cameron reveals he's working on a new Terminator project. It's totally classified. What? What are we doing here? Another movie? Not quite. Not quite, guys. It didn't say movie. It said project. Okay? And hey, I might have something here that I might have heard when it comes to this Terminator project. This actually might be game related, interactive, and possibly virtual. Okay? Just saying, there might be something that's the project that's going to be not a movie, but something when it comes to the space of games and interactive whatever. That's all I'll say right there from what I've gathered. We'll see. Bookmark this. I'll probably clip it out. And then I'll have it and be like, and I'll be one of those guys where I'm like, I was right. No. I'm just saying, from what I gathered, just the fact that it said project, I don't think it's a movie. And then I was having some conversations, sounds like it might be some kind of interactive game that might even be like a virtual reality thing or something like that. I don't know. Technology, James Cameron's all about expanding the technology. So there might be something right there. It might be something like that instead. So, yeah. It's not going to be a movie. It's going to be more of, an interactive experience. Oh, this is pretty hilarious, guys. Oh, poor Zachary Levi. The guy, he just can't catch a break. Zachary Levi, how would you like to get roasted while you're being interviewed by some children when you're promoting your children's movie that really didn't do well at the box office and nobody really remembers that it came out or anything like that? Sorry. It just kind of sucks. But yeah, he got a little roasted when it came to Shazam 2.
Was Shazam 2 any good? We didn't see it.
Yikes.
I thought it was pretty good.
Was Shazam 2 any good? We didn't see it.
At least he was laughing about it. Jesus. We didn't see it. Yeah, a lot of other people didn't either. Oh, man. Hey, he's got a sense of humor about it. I mean, he's laughing like he's about to lose his mind, but hey, poor guy. Okay. I just realized the girl on the right is wearing a Deadpool and Wolverine shirt for Let's Fucking Go. Okay. Didn't catch that the first time I saw the clip. So he got roasted, and the youngest girl is wearing a Deadpool and Wolverine shirt with the acronym for Let's Fucking Go. Wow. This clip keeps on giving. Jesus Christ. Woo. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Ooh, that's hilarious. That's funny. Yeah, poor Zachary Levi. Guy can't catch a break. Can't catch a break, can he? But anyways, so, yeah, he got roasted. It happens. All right, guys, let's talk a little DC Studios, DCU, and yeah, we're going to be, well, there's some things that came about when it comes to the DCU that we're going to be talking about. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the DCU that was rumored, we got an exclusive, of course, from Nexus Point News that dropped last week that we didn't really talk about because there was a lot, you know, I think this was like Thursday or Friday, so we didn't really talk about it on the Vodka stream or anything like that, but this came out, and it was like, oh, okay, this does make sense because James Gunn did at one point tease his character showing up early on in the DCU. And apparently, we don't know if it's all true yet. He hasn't debunked it, so usually that means it is true. See, that's the thing. James Gunn debunking things over and over and over again, so when he doesn't, when something comes out and he doesn't say anything, we kind of go, well, I guess it might be true. Exclusive! Deadman animated series in early development at DC Studios for the DCU. As promised by DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn, more animated projects will be underway following Creature Commandos. According to our sources, we can exclusively report that one of these will be an animated series centered on the character Deadman. DC Animation's Deadman series is in early development, currently with no writers or scripts in place, and has yet to receive a green light. So Deadman, okay. I mean, obviously it's another obscure character, and hey, if you're going to do something in the animated world, why not start it off with there? We got Swamp Thing that's going to be coming out, so there's going to be a connection there. I mean, I'm just kind of going like, yeah, that seems like an interesting choice. The character is cool. Don't get me wrong. I think he's more cooler in like when it comes to like in the team up form, like a, you know, Justice League Dark thing. But hey, could be something cool, dark. Start connecting some tissue. Start talking about the supernatural aspect of the DCU. And we'll start getting like, okay, well, maybe we'll eventually see him in live action. Maybe we'll get a John Constantine or a Zatanna or something. Who knows? But that was there, and I'm like, all right, expanding the DC world. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Something cheap. Again, cheap. It's all about cheap. They got to try to, you know, not going to do an actual series. And then we got this, guys. I think it's probably confirmed. It's confirmed. It's definitely confirmed. It's going to be confirmed. It's confirmed. I mean, you don't see this image right here and don't think, oh, yeah, it's confirmed. When it comes to Kumail Nanjiani as Booster Gold. Look at that. At the Paris Olympics, who is he sitting next to? Peter Safran. And then, of course, other people that are involved in DC Studios. This is Mike Flanagan, too, by the way. It makes me kind of wonder, is he going to be doing something when it comes to DC Studios? That's a little intriguing. That's slightly intriguing. Slightly intriguing when it comes to that. I don't know. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. But, yeah, that all but confirms it right there. I mean, yeah. And James Gunn has not debunked it. So, yeah, Kumail is definitely going to be Booster Gold. So, I don't really like the casting, but I'll be optimistic. I'll check it out when they release footage, whenever that's going to be. That won't be till probably next year or something like that. But so there was that. That also came out. So then we have DC Studios. Are they going to make an appearance at New York Comic Con? Because, well, they didn't really have an appearance. They didn't have much when it came to San Diego Comic Con. So, yes, naturally, we got October. We got New York Comic Con. It'd probably be a good idea for them to bring something, not just Creature Commandos, but something when it comes to Superman. Get a little buzz going, more buzz going. I mean, obviously, when it came to all the set images and stuff like that, there was a lot of buzz online, a lot of people passing things around, discourse out there and everything, and it was cool. But naturally, you know, he debunked the fact that they were going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. But now, when somebody asked James Gunn about, well, New York Comic-Con, he had this to say. Hey, James, is DC Studios going to be at NYCC this October? And he put the thinking emoji. Yeah, they're going to be there. They're going to be there. Now, the question is what are they going to bring? What are they going to bring? Okay? Obviously, they got to bring something Superman. They got to bring another image of Corn Sweat as Superman. I think that's better than the first one that they released. They should do something like that. Maybe show something. Could there be footage? Possibly. Could we have footage this October? We're in August right now. August 12th, I'm not even sure the exact date when it comes to New York Comic Con, but they have, you know, they got, 2 months, August, September, October, you know. You could put a little teaser thing together. We've already heard that the composer, I forgot the composer's name, but he's already been making music. So you can also bring some of the score right there and maybe give a little hint of the score. Just a little suggestions here, that's all. To build a little hype to, you know, because it doesn't seem like Marvel Studios is going to have much when it comes to New York Comic Con. I could be wrong, but they dominated San Diego Comic Con. So, hey, bring something to New York Comic Con. So that's pretty much, it's obvious right there that they're definitely going to be showing up right there. He also had this to say right here. James Gunn gave a little list of how he does his filmmaking and everything. And of course, if you don't like James Gunn, you're going to hate this. But if you do like James Gunn, you might find some inspiration about this. But he gave a list of his methods of when it comes to reshoots or not doing reshoots, because I guess like Superman is not going to get reshoots. Who knows? What's your method for not doing a lot of reshoots? Okay, so not a lot of reshoots. Number 1, over prepare. Number 2, don't start shooting until I have a finished script my whole team is happy with. Number 3, hire actors and department heads I know can do their jobs. Number 4, surround myself with people who will challenge me and not just yes sir everything. Number 5, ask myself daily, are there any small imperfections in the script or what we're shooting that might end up feeling like huge imperfections when we cut the film together? Number 6, 1 and 2 again. So there you go. I think he's, fluffing a little bit because, I mean, you can be prepared. I mean, there's a lot of filmmakers that are prepared, but obviously there's going to be things that happen where you got to go like, that's not working. Might have to shut down a little bit and rework something right there. But yeah, he gave a little ideas of how he works right there. Let's just hope he comes in under budget like he apparently has in past when it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's the big thing. It's coming in under budget. Hoy. And then the last thing when it comes to DC news, DCU news, I guess you could say, we have a Joker thing. We had Joker images that came out. I'm not going to go over those Joker images because they just keep on releasing new images of it. But we have a date. We have an official date. I think it was September 4th, I think it was, when it came to the Venice Film Festival. That's when it's going to be shown. And apparently, according to DC Film News right here, Joker 2 public screening at the Venice Film Festival sold out. All the seats were sold out in 10 minutes. 10 minutes sold out. So people were already getting excitement for Joker 2. As they should be. Although, the topic that we're going to get to, at the last part of the show today, I don't know. There might be, it might have an effect. Might have an effect on some of the excitement when it comes to Joker 2 and Joaquin Phoenix, but thought I'd bring that up right there. But I think it's September 4th that's going to be happening. But yeah, official date or official, selling out and everything like that. So that's cool. All right. Thoughts on D23. I think D23 was pretty massive this year, and it was kind of cool. I'll tell you what, guys. If you guys watched the Vodka stream on Friday, I had no idea the big panel was happening on Friday night. Not a clue. I thought it was happening on Saturday, and I thought, shit, I'm gonna be hanging out with my dad. It's his birthday. We're gonna be taking him out and hanging out. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to probably, figure out how to cover it either on, Film Junkie Live or on Sunday or something like that. But it worked out because it was like, okay, the D23 panel started exactly when I was starting the Vodka stream. So I thought, all right, let's do a live reaction. So then it was pure madness because I was going to have Tom come on and I was going to talk for him a little bit. And then I was going to bring people on for the Rebel Moon discussion. But it ended up rearranging things. So I was like, all right, who wants to be a part of reacting to D23? So, of course, we had a nice full panel. Go ahead and watch it. It was a lot of fun. We always have fun on the Vodka stream, but it was a lot of fun reacting to trailers that got released and information and screenshots that got released because we didn't want to show footage, the leaked footage from like trailers and stuff like that. We didn't show any of that, but we showed screenshots. So if you didn't check out Friday's Vodka stream, check it out. We had a lot of fun doing all that. But overall, I thought, yeah, they really brought the goods, and it was pretty insane when it came to, I think, like, I did see some of the leaked footage. I saw the Daredevil leaked trailer, and I thought it looked phenomenal. I think when it came to things that came out of there, I think that was probably the top thing for me, at least. I also saw the Brave and the Bold footage. Brave and the Bold? Brave New World? Too many Braves in the title. Brave New World. Captain America. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. Seems like it's going to be good. So, it's fine. I mean, seeing Harrison Ford as Red Hulk full on, I was like, okay, there he is. Would have been cooler with a mustache, I think. But hey, it's fine. I think he looks pretty decent. So I saw that. Obviously, we watched the Snow White trailer when that came out. Thought it looked horrible. I did not think that looked good at all. That movie is probably going to be a big stinker. When they were doing like the Disney live action stuff, did not watch the Mufasa trailer, and I was like, yeah, I have no interest in that. I thought the first one was very soulless and just not even worth the time, so I don't even think the Mufasa one, because that trailer got released. And then of course Moana, never got into Moana, so didn't watch that. We watched the Agatha trailer that came out, and that's got more of my attention because I forgot Aubrey Plaza was in that, and I went, okay. I like Catherine Hahn. I have a crush on Catherine Hahn. I have a crush on Aubrey Plaza. So hey, there we go. I'll give it a try. I'll probably do a weekly thing too on here, reviewing that show, even though I don't think it should exist. And then of course they showed the Ironheart trailer. I did not watch the leaked trailer for that because I have no interest in that. I didn't find her character that interesting when it came to Wakanda Forever. Kind of interesting, like there could be something there, but not that interesting. I didn't think it was all that interesting. And then, of course, they talked about Toy Story 5, which I don't think should still be a thing, even though I like what the angle that they're going to be doing for Toy Story 5 is going to be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be like Andy's kids or somebody's kids, and they're all about the iPads and the phones and stuff like that. So it's naturally just going to be something where it's just, okay, the toys are going to fight to be relevant or something like that. Okay, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't need it. Incredibles 3... hopefully that could be something good. Brad Bird's coming back. The second one wasn't as good as the first. The first one, watched so many times. The second one, I think I only watched twice. So, and then, of course, they were talking about Inside Out 3 and all that stuff. But then when it came to, like, a lot of people were wondering, when it came to Spider-Man, everybody's kind of going like, what's happening with Spider-Man 4? Spider-Man 4, no mention? We're just not going to talk about Spider-Man 4? Didn't happen at Comic-Con? Didn't happen at D23? What are we doing here? You know what the problem is, guys? Amy fucking Pascal is the problem. Sony and Amy fucking Pascal, that is the problem right there. I guarantee you that's the reason why. That's the reason why. Because Sony, they have ownership over it, so it's up to them a little bit. It's not so much up to Marvel Studios. I think that's the reason why. Now, they do have the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. They have that's coming out, and there's actually footage out there. It actually looks pretty cool. But there is some things when it comes to the animation side, like they talked about Marvel Zombies, going to be like a 4-part series that's going to be TV mature, which I thought, all right, that's cool. But I'm surprised that they didn't release the trailer or footage for Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. You could watch leaked stuff. We're not going to watch that, of course. Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, so if you actually type it in, you can see some footage. It looks pretty good. Like, the animation looks pretty decent. I like what they got right there, what they got going on with the animation. But, of course, naturally, they released, like, a full-on image of everybody's going to be showing up in here. Now, Venom looks absolutely ridiculous. What is going on with Venom right here? I don't know. He's got, like, crab... He's got like a crab face. I mean, maybe it's a different kind of Venom that I'm just not too familiar with, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird to me. And of course, we got Doctor Strange. And apparently, in this version of Spider-Man, Peter gets bit by it's because like Doctor Strange is fighting Venom, and then something happens to the part of the symbiote with a spider, and it bites Peter or something like that. So we're gonna have, I don't know. It's not going to be your normal. It's not going to be your normal origin story when it comes to Peter. When it comes to Peter, it's not going to be your normal like origin story. So they're changing that up a little bit, which I'm like, okay, fine. And of course, it's going to be like a multiverse type of series. I'm still going to watch it. Still sounds intriguing, and I like what the animation's looking like. Obviously, there's the multiple Spider-Men people in there, so Daredevil's going to be in there. And then, of course, like, you know, the voice actor who voiced Peter Parker in the What If series, which, of course, What If, they talked about that as well. Final season, season 3 is going to be the final season. That actor is going to be voicing Peter Parker in this series. So, intrigued by that. And, yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. So, overall, yeah, they did show footage of... I'm just not a fan of what Venom looks like. So, yeah, they showed, like, screenshot footage. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. And then, of course, they announced Coleman Domingo. He's going to be playing Norman Osborn. Good choice. Good actor. Good voice. Some people will freak out about it because, you know, they changed the race of Norman Osborn. You know how that is. People freak out about that. I'm just saying, like, make it make sense. I think we already knew, though, that they were already doing that before we even got that. But, yeah, overall, I'm like, you know what? I'm intrigued, even though a lot of people are just kind of going like, I don't know about all that. But then, of course, they really, when it came to Black Panther, they're going to be doing a Black Panther series, too. I forgot exactly what it was called. They were doing a Black Panther series. Obviously, they honored people, legends. They honored the beautiful Angela Bassett. Yeah. But what is it like here? Black Panther design. What is it actually called? Black Panther. I can't. Jesus Christ! You type in Black Panther and it doesn't even come up. Yeah, I'm not even finding it right here. Let's see. Black Panther. Just seeing stuff. What the frick is it going to be called? Somebody in the chat. Eyes of Wakanda. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Phil. I'm like, I know. I typed it into Twitter. I'm like, nothing. All right. Shows that people were not that excited about it, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, they're going to have that, too. And then, of course, one of the funniest things I thought, though, too, was, like, how many times have a lot of people just, like, shit on Bob Iger? And he gets a standing ovation. He gets interviewed from certain people in the industry. And I'm just kind of going, like, good Lord, guys. I mean, it's just kind of funny. That was one of the funniest things that we got a kick out of that when we were on the panel live reacting to things. Bob Iger shows up on stage and he gets a standing ovation. Everybody's cheering. I'm like, this is the motherfucker that was like putting people on the streets because of the writer's strike, and he was talking all kinds of shit. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're good now. Yay, Bobby, yay. Oh my God. And it's like, really, guys? What are we doing here? But, what can you do? Fucking nerds. I think if I was there, I'd probably be looking around like, what are we doing here? Bob Iger, he's not a celebrity. Who gives a shit about Bob Iger? Huh? Who gives a shit about Bob Iger? This guy's fucking, well, congratulations on making $26 million last year. Oh my God. Jeez. No, fuck him. He needs to go away. But yeah, so there's my thoughts. There's my complete thoughts when it comes to D23. D23. It's like, hey, I get it. We all want the entertainment. We all want things. But it's like, he's not coming up with it. He's not coming up with the he's not being the creative person. He's just getting all the money for it. He's just getting all the fucking money for it. What the fuck is he doing? He's not coming up with this shit. It's frustrating. But hey, what can you do? All right, let's talk about this box office. And of course, hey, we knew it was going to be happening, and now it is finally here. Yes, Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at that drop that from last weekend to this weekend. 44.5% drop. So still not that bad. Not that bad. Made $53.8 million for the weekend. And then, of course, we look at those overall numbers. It crossed $1 billion. Look at that domestic number, though. Almost at a half. Almost half. You don't really see that. 493.9? What? Pretty crazy. So this thing, and soon, apparently, when we get to next weekend, apparently it's going to be beating the Joker overall. So it's going to be like the top R-rated movie of all time. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And then, of course, we have Mrs. Reynolds. Her movie came out this weekend. Blake Lively, It Ends With Us, and it made $50 million. That's right. With all the nerd porn out there for the dudes, you also have the girl porn. That sounded weird. I know it did. I know what it sounded like, guys. This Ends With Us made $50 million, brought people out. $80 million overall. And I can't imagine that the budget was anything too crazy. So this movie is going to be a huge success. So, man, the Reynolds household, they're just freaking raking it in right now. But then, guys, we got womp, womp, womp. Borderlands. We got Borderlands. Nobody. Hold on. $9.3 million. What the actual frick? Wow. I've heard nothing but bad things about this movie. Nothing but bad things. I saw bad review after bad. We were taking my mom out for her birthday, so I didn't go to the movies on Thursday. And to be honest, I was like, that's fine. I was going to probably try to go see Borderlands just to see what it's like. But man, I saw a clip from Fandango where they were interviewing the cast, and they were asking Kevin Hart, like, why did you sign up for Borderlands? And he was, it's because of Eli Roth. It's because of Eli Roth, his pitch for it really brought to me. Bullshit. You did it for the paycheck, Kevin Hart. We know you did it for the paycheck. You probably had no idea what the game was. You didn't care. They just sent over some money. You said, fuck it, let's do it. So did everybody else, apparently, because that was a constant thing that I kept hearing from reviews, is it seemed like the actors didn't want to be there. So take it with what you will. But $9.3 million. Apparently, Eli Roth came in and redid the script to make it more Guardians of the Galaxy-like. Okay? Can we stop it? Guardians of the Galaxy works for Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay? That trilogy made a ton of money for being that. Stop trying to emulate that with other property, other IP that is not like that. Okay? Stop trying to turn it into that. Okay? That's what they keep on trying to do. These fucking studios keep on trying to capture the magic of what has happened with Guardians of the Galaxy with IP that is not like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's ridiculous. Okay? There's nothing wrong with what James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy. It worked for that. Doesn't work for everything. Doesn't work for everything. It's ridiculous. Anybody out there see that? You actually enjoyed it, Jacob? Man. I don't know. I kept hearing so many bad things about it. But, if you enjoyed it, that's good. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. All right. What are we doing here? Now we got the, yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about, let me get that first article out. Yeah, because, we talked about Joker, and I'm wondering if this is going to have an effect on it. Wonder if it's going to have an effect on it. So we got Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix was going to be taking on a pretty ambitious role for his next role that he was going to be doing, which was going to be a movie with a gay romance. Now, Joaquin Phoenix isn't gay, which I kind of thought was weird because, you know, in this day and age, usually people freak out about that. But I think people are now realizing that, hey, just let the actors act, even if they're not this or not that. Maybe just let them act. Let them do that thing that they do for a living. Let them act. But there was like this role right here. It was a gay romance movie. There was no title or anything like that. But here's the article that came out, and yeah, I got a lot of people going like, "Oh boy, this is not good." Should probably turn that off, even though it's kind of fitting. That sound effect, that drop is fitting. Joaquin Phoenix abandons Todd Haynes' gay romance movie just 5 days before shooting or filming. Joaquin Phoenix has dropped out of the Todd Haynes' untitled gay romance film just 5 days before filming was set to begin in Mexico. Phoenix had developed the screenplay for the detective love story with Haynes and John Raymond. A source close to the production tells Variety the actor got cold feet. Entire sets had been built in Guadalajara before Phoenix made the last-minute decision to exit the film. Representatives for Haynes and Phoenix did not immediately respond to the Variety's request for comment. Hinged on Phoenix casting, the movie, produced by Killer Films and backed by sales agent MK2 Film, had already sold the international distributors ahead of the production. Sources tell Variety the project is in peril, indicating that Phoenix's role cannot be recast. The crew is now out of work, and stakeholders in the film still need to be paid. Losses could exceed 7 figures. Holy Lord. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. He got cold feet? I mean, what was he actually thinking? Joaquin Phoenix, developed the screenplay, pitched it. This was all his idea. I mean, it was going to be an NC-17 movie. So it was going to be, we were going to see probably Phoenix in all his glory and probably, doing some things that maybe, I don't know if I actually wanted to see that, but hey, fits the story, fine. Drops out like this, so now everybody's screwed 5 days before filming. Now there's a follow-up. We have a follow-up. There's a follow-up article that came out just before I started streaming right now from Hollywood Reporter right here. Producer for Todd Haynes' gay romance film addresses Joaquin Phoenix exit. A nightmare. Oh, a nightmare. Kristen Valken, a producer behind Todd Haynes' gay romance movie from which Joaquin Phoenix abruptly left last week, said on social media this weekend that the situation has been a nightmare. Reports surfaced Friday that Phoenix exited the drama feature just 5 days before shooting was supposed to begin in Guadalajara. The role will not be recast. The actor's reason for the exit was unclear and felt further confusing to those around the project as Phoenix brought the project to Haynes. Valken of Killer Films shared an article about the situation to Facebook over the weekend and wrote, "A version of this did happen. It has been a nightmare." And that's her quote right there. She also addressed criticism that Phoenix, who is straight, had been set to take a starring role in Haynes' film about a gay character. If you are tempted to finger wag or admonish us, that's what you get for casting a straight actor. Don't! This was his project that he brought to us. And Killer's record on working with LGBTQ actors, crew, directors speaks for itself. And for those you who have, know you are making a terrible situation even worse. And then, of course, Vachin has since deleted the post. Yikes. This whole thing that's going to be unfolding, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. This is why, when I was saying earlier in the show that I'm wondering if this situation is going to affect Joker 2, it might, because I already saw people online that said, I ain't going to go see that movie now. He does this shit? No, this is a double whammy, dude. I mean, I'm wondering, like, what's going on with Joaquin? Did he just, like, what? Did he have, like, did he have, like, that post-nut fog clear up in his head? I don't know. Like, it's so weird. Like, why would you just all of a sudden be like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be, what, was there going to be a sex scene that you didn't want to happen? That's what I'm kind of wondering. There's no statement from Joaquin or his people. And it's like, dude, this is a double whammy. Not only did you walk away from a movie 5 days before it was supposed to shoot, and a bunch of people are now out of a gig, this is also, they were defending you for being a straight actor playing a gay character. And now that's also going to be tacked onto this. So this is not looking good for Joaquin. And I'm kind of wondering how this is going to unfold even more. I'm sure there's going to be something else that comes from it, some kind of statement from him or his people. But this is not looking good at all. And then when you got Joker 2 coming out, that's going to affect that. This is bad. It's not good. It's not good. But, you know, Joaquin's a little bit of a Looney Tune. He definitely is. I just wonder, like, what was it that made him get cold feet, cold balls? Sorry. But yeah, it's weird. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk about it more as it unfolds, man. But that is just not good. This is a very bad situation. Very bad situation. But I think it'll be all right. I think Joker still will be all right because he's still got the Lady Gaga aspect of it, you know? We'll see. But yeah, just not a good situation. Yeah, sue Joaquin. Yeah, they should sue him. They definitely should sue him. That's bullshit right there. You can't do that. I mean, he has screwed a lot of people out of this gig, man. I saw how upset the producer was. Yeah, it's very shitty, man. Crazy. Oh, you enjoyed Cuckoo, not Borderlands. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to see Cuckoo. I heard that was pretty decent. I actually saw mixed reviews on that. I'll catch Cuckoo one of these days. Cuckoo. All right, let's get to some Twitter questions. See what you guys have to say over here on Twitter. Looks like is Elon and Donnie Pants, are they still talking? Still talking to him. Still talking. Got a lot to talk about. Talking with the brilliant Elon Musk. I started listening to it. Very hard to listen to. You know what? I mean, I follow Elon, you know. I know, like, he's like, I don't fully trust him. Sometimes I wonder about him, but for the most part, I'm like, I don't have a problem with Elon. It's just kind of hard to hear him talk. But I get it. You know, that dude's got, like, you know, when he's thinking and talking, you know, he trips up on his words. So sometimes it could be a little difficult to listen to that. And then, of course, like, Trump gets all, I don't know if it was his microphone, but he was sounding all, like, a little slurry. Anyways, all right, what do we got here? All right, checking things. We're good. All right. We got Eric right here. Hey, Dave, the rumors of Deadman remind me of when there was talk about a Justice League Dark series for the former DCEU. Someone brought up Jason Statham as a cool fan cast as Deadman. I'm Deadman. Deadman. That's right. I'm Deadman. I got murdered. Now I got these Deadman powers. Yeah. Could be. Or what other CBM role? I don't know. I don't know what other role, but, you know, Deadman, I mean, I think mainly it's like, yeah, he's bald. I'm not, like, big time familiar with the Deadman character. I mean, I've read books with him in it, but it's mainly always been team up. I never really dove into the Deadman character. I should probably dive into that Deadman character. We got Ryan right here. Found this gem the other day. I didn't realize this was a thing for those snow days in Gotham. Wow, they made a white version of the Batmobile. That looks ridiculous. It looks like you'd see that in Cars. You see that in the movie Cars. Mr. Nobody. Hey, Dave, do you think that Gunn will have a DC character who will tie in all the other DC characters, i.e. someone like Deadpool or Loki or someone who can easily move through other projects and or DC Multiverse? Yeah, wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, he's got to, right? Got to happen. There's going to be somebody that's going to be something like that, I imagine. I don't know if it'd be like a Batman or maybe Superman will be. I don't know. Maybe they'll establish that Superman will be that character that kind of ties everything together. Yeah, I saw this meme right here. It's a good meme. Watchmen and, yeah, King. That's pretty good. I like that, Jacob. Mr. Wooter, hey Dave, I just watched Django Unchained on Netflix. That movie has so crazy nuts. Do you have a favorite scene? I like the scene where he's like in the building and he just starts like just shooting everybody and everybody's falling down. There's blood everywhere. A lot of good scenes in that movie. I'm happy Deadpool and Wolverine reached $1 billion. Do you think it will beat the Avengers movies? Nah, I don't think that. And did I watch X-Men 97? I'm like halfway through it. I'm enjoying it. I'm just trying to find time. Like I said, I'm really bad at trying to find time to watch these series. When I do find time, yeah, I'll finish it up. But I am enjoying it. I am enjoying X-Men. I'm trying to also watch Batman get Caped Crusader. So it's like been difficult to do that. I'm telling you, like watching series, I used to be able to. I don't know why. I'm always trying to like work on something or running errands or there's a birthday or there's this or there's that. And then, of course, working. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, question 1. If DC will be at NYCC, could we get confirmation of the Deadman series there and the rest of the DCU's first chapter revealed? That would be a good idea. I would think that would be a very good idea for them to do something like that. Could be, and wouldn't be surprised. Question 2, could you see Marvel Studios revealing the rest of Phase 6 in an announcement video later this year like Gunn did? Nah, they'd probably save that. I mean, maybe they'll reveal that. They could reveal that at NYCC as well. They might bring something, but maybe they won't. I don't know. Mr. Nobody, is the Deadpool and Thor scene from one of the next Avengers films? Kind of sucks Owen Wilson wasn't in the film. Wow. Was he supposed to be? No, I think that Deadpool and Thor scene, I'm pretty sure that wasn't that a scene from Thor in the Dark World? And they just added, like the shot of Chris Hemsworth was from Thor the Dark World. And then they just added Ryan Reynolds in there. Because like if you saw like the behind the scenes shot of him doing this, whoever's like holding on to him, you could tell they're wearing like a mocap costume or something like that. So I think it was just old footage, but I think it was supposed to be like a hint of maybe what's to come in like Secret Wars or something like that. Or maybe they're going to release something later, like a short. They might release some kind of short thing later. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. Wow. Also, Statham as Metallo. I could see that. That's interesting. Yeah. I could see Statham. Alien Romulus reviews. Yeah, there's a lot of good reviews for Alien Romulus. We'll talk about those reviews on Wednesday's show. We'll go over that. And yeah, it's getting a lot of good reviews. Everybody's praising the practicality and all that. So yeah, we'll talk more about that on Wednesday's show. How the hell do folks have time to watch? Yeah, that's the thing. And like I said, I work all day, and then I'm doing this. And, I'm always trying to, like, edit out a clip, edit out a video. So then, like, during the week, it's, like, almost impossible for me to just... And then, of course, I put on a baseball game. So, really, it's, like, the weekends that I'm like, okay, I should sit down and watch them. And that's only... And then I don't... And then sometimes I'm just not doing that. And I find myself, like, on a Saturday morning or a Sunday morning just scrolling through, watching videos, sipping coffee, which is nice and relaxing. I like doing that. But it's like, dude, get up. Go to your couch and finish these series. But yeah, I'm like halfway through X-Men. I'm only 3 episodes in Batman Caped Crusader. I haven't even finished The Boys. I have 2 more episodes of The Boys that I haven't finished yet. Ugh. I know. It's just like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm complaining too much. All right, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that like, thumbs up. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If you want to become a member, do so. We didn't have a members-only stream last week, but we will have one this week. And do all that. And, yeah, follow me on all the sock meds around me if you want to support the Patreon. I'm trying to build that community over there. I post all the videos ad-free, and I post a lot of them early. Of course, you get some other exclusive content if you want to support that. Much appreciated. All right, guys. Love you. See you on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.